Tell It to Someone is brought to you by this rubber chicken. You open up the compartment for fun and delicious candy eggs. Tastes like rubber.
Hypno Chicken says buy one today.
Greetings and welcome to Tell It to Someone, the only show where wins must be avoided at all cost. And the first question is from Rob the Samplist. Doesn't a lightning rod on top of a church show a lack of faith? Actually, it shows quite a bit of faith. Except that faith is in lightning rods. Click here for more information. And the next question is from Bardock 772. Do you have a license, 8? Well, I do have poetic license. Hang on. There once was a lady from Venus. And boy, you should have seen us. Oh, I know how this one ends. I can't say that. This is going to go downhill from fast. Real fast. I've seen the next question. Junkman Jim asks, can an act of sodomy be performed alone? Yes, but you have to be well equipped. For example, with one of these things. And the next question is from Mr. Marchant 71. So I've got to ask, when Jesus comes again, will you swallow? And if so, would that make you a zombie? Jesus made me a zombie. Maybe he can make you one too if you give him the wool. Jesus, of course, zombie Jesus, only transfers his zombiedom through the act of being bitten himself, with the like that. Actually, you might want to see this video here. I show a couple of things, and this video maybe. I show exactly what happens when you eat some Jesus. I haven't swallowed any of that for quite some time. I don't think I'll be swallowing any. This is going very downhill. The next question is from Valdemar 8. How do you think the world is really going to end? I think it'll start when engineers finally invent a female cyborg, because all the human women will become obsolete and humans will stop having babies because we're all staying home and making love to robots. I don't know whether you've realised this, but you see that there are certain shops in certain less I can't know. I don't know the word. The less respectable parts of town that have certain devices for women to replace men. Devices that look like this, and they vibrate. And I can't compete with this sort of thing. I mean, it's got all sorts of lumps and bulges, especially this part. So, by your reasoning, we should already be extinct. So, I mean, possibly we won't become extinct because people will be, having threesomes with their devices. Please come up with a clean one. Oh, here we go. Riston Raccoon asks, I think it's Riston Raccoon. When I was taught world history, I learnt that the UK owned Australia. Why is your country named after Austria? Now, see, Australia comes from the word terra australis, meaning the southern land, and Austria was to the south of, is still to the south of Germany, so they were, south of something. But we are even more south, so we added an extra syllable to that motorcycle. It's a park! And the next question, before I run out of time, is from ChazXX123. Where do borrows come from, and more importantly, where do the old ones go? If there is no scientific theory about this, can you tell me why? I think it's a problem where, as a society, we should be addressing on account of how bloody annoying it is when you can't find one. I mean, Christ, I only bought a pack last week and it had 10 in it. 10! And P.S. The new slippers are nowhere near as comfy as the old ones. Not bloody one repair tip. Bastards, people just don't bloody care these days. Well, biros come in from the biro shop. I have a printer these days. See, I printed it out. So I don't need to write things with a biro anymore. But biros come from the biro shop, and what happens is you put them in your pocket, and if you put them in your pocket, they will leak. Anyway, Zombie Jesus from last week, he does the laundry, and he doesn't like it when the pens leak. I didn't have him do this week's laundry. And anyway, when the pens leak, he can't get, not even Jesus can get that stain out. Well, Zombie Jesus anyway. So what he does is Zombie Jesus steals your biros at night, and he puts them in the overhead compartment in the airplanes, because they're not big enough for anything else. Well, they're not the right shape. I mean, you can put something like that size, but you can't do it in that way, and you've got to... Yeah. Anyway, that's it for Tell It to Someone for this week. If you would like to ask a question, and this time ask a question this week, because I had to steal a question from somewhere else this week because I didn't have enough questions this week. Anyway, put it down there. And here is your dovetail question. I'm dangerously talented. I don't have a cool song.